Hi, welcome everyone. Today tonight, we are in Marbrook. I'll be doing the tribute tournament match here.
There you are. Show me your cards, Gonfalon. Come on and show me. Don't drag this out. I've got things to do.
Okay, this is the Alexia deck, I believe. Oh no, Saint Alessia. It's not my favorite deck. It just has a bajillion of small cards that build up, if you're lucky, into Horde, and if you're not lucky, they are just kind of useless. In fact, I usually get rid of them. They force me to have one of them, and then I usually make it go away. Don't like this deck. So Saint Alessia. Pay 4 coin, create 1 Soldier of the Empire card, and place it in your cooldown pile. Kind of expensive. It can build up, but part of the issue is they're cheap. You can get rid of it with 1 power. So on the one hand, it's barely worth getting rid of, but on the other hand, it's barely worth having. So you see, this is a 5 cost card, but it costs 1 power to get rid of it. Not good. Okay. So I'm going to choose to destroy my own coin, build up the better cards. So I will need to focus on making sure I have at least a couple of power every turn generated, or else they build up a legion of... So they have the deck, but they're not really using the deck, which is good. So someone that really focuses on it just ends up with a bajillion soldiers. They are cheap. Well, they're expensive to buy. They're cheap to put out, and it can get painful. Okay, I'm actually going to get rid of my own rebel. It annoys me. I don't like this deck. So I exchanged it for a 2 coin card. Okay. Okay, I bought it, but it's because I'm gonna kill it immediately. So we are just swarmed by these cards. So I'm running the risk right now of having way too much coin and not enough power. Okay. So I'm buying cards I don't like that I will just sacrifice. And as you see, I'm building up. So I have a lot of coin, but I have Flalu to convert it into prestige. So when this card loops around, it'll be 9 when I sacrifice it. I can hear the card say, when you what? Excuse me? Yes, I'm afraid so. Okay, they're sacrificing their own cards too, so they're not really planning on building up a huge faction, which is good. Okay, so I'll put this out. I'll get a combo off of it. And I don't think it'll be enough to win, but it'll get me fairly close. Although they're pretty close. Oh, that's enough to win. I'm gonna get rid of their cards, but make sure I have enough to go over 40. Okay. I have a decent lead. I don't think... if they're lucky, they can beat me, but I don't think so. They've got pretty crappy cards now. See, they've got a bunch of 1 coin. Nothing really big to give them a boost with Flalu, so that should be it. Okay.
Ah, I thought it might end that way. Well played, both of you.
Alright. So we're going to continue our round of quests, do 1 stage and then move on. I did change my spec a bit because once I have Sorcerer, which is mostly maxed out, I can use that to support other classes, so I am subclassing with the things that I don't use often. So if you look at my skills, instead of Templar, which is pretty much maxed out, right now I'm using a relatively low skill Living Death, which is still a heal line, so I want to build it for this and other characters. So Herald of the Tome is always going to be the same, Daedric Summoning is probably always going to be the same, and I'm going to take a 3rd skill, max it out, and then swap to another one, because with the ones that I'm using, with my Destructive Staff, the Rune Carver, and the 2 pets, I've got lots of space on front and back bar. I mean, I've got pretty much 4 empty slots on front and back bar to use to raise things up. Going to abandon Infinite Archive. Okay, we're going to head back to Stros M'kai and get a little bit done there. Usually there are not many people in Stros M'kai, but I can port directly to my house. Did I buy a giant house just to use as a port point? Yes. Yes, I did. Okay. Pushing here. Okay. I'm gonna go see if I can find these letters. Without annoying the local big bad. But at this point, I'm not really afraid of much in Stros M'kai. So let's go into the tavern here. A screaming mermaid. Meat for soup. Lizard, crusty. Mud crab, tasty. Jackal, gamey. Rat, good for snacks, not soup. Goblin, nasty. Don't eat. Agreed.
Yeah, what'll it
I was a
be?
grocer. Won't have recipes because he's not a chef. Oh, a design. But these are designs for like house stuff, not cooking. And my my crafting is going to be thoroughly gimped on this character for a very long time because subclassing costs a lot. And I'm not going to buy Sky Shard points. So, we're gonna have to make do. Since we're not really, you know, since I'm not really using crafting on her, although it's very helpful for leveling, at this point I'm just not going to spend that much time hunting for the materials for it, and I'm just going to do this instead. Kurog's Betrayal. You've heard grand claims, Orsinium reborn, the elf-loving Bretons are friends, the traitor Redguards are allies. We are welcome, they claim. We are needed, they claim. All lies. Kurog, the false chief, would tell you the Daggerfall Covenant is our future. Kurog, the sellsword who abandoned his tribe, who shed blood for elves and gold as his people languished and starved.
It's not
The
how
toothless
it was.
runt would have us in chains, fighting for the Bretons and Redguards who slaughtered us.
Want to stop reading.
Have you forgotten our brothers and sisters in Orsinium? Have you forgotten who launched their crusade to
king
crush
made her.
the pig children?
You don't
The same
know
Bretons and
nothing.
Redguards who now pretend friendship
You too,
sought to wipe us from the
you
face
drunk.
of Tamriel.
In
Now with
the
their
morning,
fields salted and our homes
I'll be
burned,
sober,
cowards and liars
but
offered to
you'll
return the
still
land they
be
stole.
stupid.
Shall we make peace with our
You
enemies?
won't be
Shall we
sober
thank
in
them
the
for returning what they stole from us through foul magic and treachery? Look past Kurog's silken words. Look to his cowardly deeds and to the ancestors who give their lives to keep us free. The Daggerfall Covenant is a chain around our necks. They wish to make us their dogs. Remind them that we are the orcs. We will never bow before their so-called High King. Down with Kurog the false chief. Down with Emmerich the enslaver. So, Orsinium in Hrothgar is an orc city. It was a later expansion. We'll get to it in a bit.
Perhaps I misremember. Pay me no mind.
Alright. I'm gonna go find the letter. The letter to Headsman Bosek. Boy, that's gonna be fun. You can always count on me to go the wrong way. Along with my heroically bad luck is my infamously tragic sense of direction, which is why I can never be a tank. I'm a good tank, but I don't get much practice because I keep going into dungeons and then getting lost. It's not good. I don't know if I should go in here. Let's find out. Cannot use that door right now. Okay. Okay, Sphere Assembly. That's the closest quest. We'll head that way. See what Sphere Assembly is. Rulorn and Port Hunding is offered a bounty for dwarven parts. I should collect any dwarven parts I see and return them to Rulorn and Port Hunding for a reward. I love the little icons now. I can see that Zareth Var is on a little horse. That's so cute. When he sneaks, he's got a little scarf over his face. His icon. Okay. Let's see what Goblin Mark is all about.
This is the last time he does this to me. I hope you're not here to kill goblins. If you are, we'll have a problem.
Why?
My friend is in that camp. Mark. He's lost his mind. The goblins stole Mark's special brew. Expensive stuff. Losing it broke him. He went mad and ran off to join his tribe.
Your friend left to be a goblin?
Crazy, isn't it? He's mad as a bosmer. Won't listen to a word I say. I'll make you a deal. Find Mark. Convince him to come back. I'll trade you some gold, and we'll both walk away happy.
I'll see what I can do.
Start by looking for Mark's special brew. If any is left, the smell might make him slightly less crazy.
What makes this brew so special?
Fermentation, flowers, a number of other things you don't want to know about. Tastes like honey, but kicks like a horse. If he sold it, he'd be rich, but he just drinks it all.
This might be a bit of a nod to Oblivion. There's a cave you can go into in Oblivion that is a goblin cave, but in there is just someone, a human named Goblin Jim. There isn't much of an explanation. There's just a guy hanging out, living with the goblins, living his best goblin life. You know, they all try to kill him.
To arms, dummy!
Okay, so since I'm using a necromancer skill, corpses are going to look like that for a little bit. Because this skill is called Blood Sacrifice. Sacrifice your own power to repair damaged flesh, healing you or an ally in front of you for 8,000 health, but applying minor defile to yourself. For 4 seconds, reducing your healing received. Consumes a corpse near you when cast to heal a second target. So, I'm not going to be using that as a main heal, but it will sort of passively level up. Okay.
material full of potential.
Looks like someone else over here is a necromancer. So if a necromancer kills a corpse, it glows like that so that there's a visual indicator of how many corpse targets you have for your skills. Dog eater butcher. No. Don't do that.
Hunting greatness with the determination of her seed.
Ooh, level 26. Okay.
Damned murdering goblins. Goblins. They're gonna kill us all.
What
They
happened?
killed everyone. My brothers and our 5 guards. They speared me good, left me for dead. I crawled here after they left. Their new kings got them all riled up, ready to attack Port Hunding and wipe out the town.
You know, that doesn't actually sound like a bad idea, but what can I do about it?
Kill their king! They won't attack the town without him to lead them. Bring me his crown so I know the bastard's dead. I'll try to make it to town, unless the goblins kill me first. Just
do
need
it.
to gather my strength and hobble back to town. Get that goblin king and bring me his crown if you can.
How'd you run into the
We
goblins?
actually went looking for them, if you can believe that. We'd heard they had a new king and he was stirring up trouble. We figured we could handle them, but there were too many for us.
Why don't we just warn the town?
No good. Bosek'll never believe it. He's a suspicious bastard, and will think we're trying to trick him somehow. He'd have our heads on pikes. I'm too fond of my head to risk it.
What will you do if I go after
I'll
the
try
king?
to make it to town. I'm too injured to be any good to you. And if the goblins catch me out here, I'm dead.
Okay, Dwarven Part. Right next to Unfortunate Corpse. This woman was killed by wild beasts. Okay, so some of those things that you see on my compass, it looks like a little treasure chest because that's what it is. I need to adjust my mods a little bit if I don't want those to show up. They're showing up on the map, they're showing up on my compass. So, let's see, I might be able... I'll figure it out later, it's a little fiddly. I could actually have it show, like, all the spawn points of all herbs. Lots and lots of stuff you can put on your compass. Right now, I probably need to get rid of the ones that are fish.
For something to attack. Or something to protect.
Don't go into deep water. Slaughterfish will kill you. I already have the achievement. I believe I got it in my first, like, 10 minutes of playing the game. Most games you can swim in water. Here, you're just going to be attacked by a slaughterfish, and you die. Okay, looks like there's a... So shallow water's fine. But if it ends up being deep blue ocean or a very deep lake, you're gonna die. Wow, that's pretty. Okay. Sandy Grotto. Is that a mud crab eating a person? Oh, honey, don't do that. Don't. People are nasty creatures. You're gonna get sick. This red guard died recently. Something is clutched tightly in his hand. Pry open the dead man's hand. You hold a crumpled note. When you open the note, out falls a steel bracelet bearing the image of crossed swords. Though it has little monetary value, it may have sentimental value to someone. Read the crumpled note. Tarina, you were right. Irla betrayed us. She's dead, but her blade was poisoned. I'm dying. I pray whoever finds this returns the bracelet to you and tells you of my fate. Reward them. All my love. Siraj. If I find Tarina, she may reward me for returning this. Okay. Okay.
I unlocked the door. Now we can retrieve my gem. I'll see you inside.
What does your gem
It's
look
as
like?
pretty as a thing can be, and as big as my 2 fists. They store everything on the upper level.
It is over.
So if you haven't caught on to the theme, Arcanists are disciples of Hermaeus Mora, who is the
Try and
Daedra
keep
of
up.
knowledge, and not the Daedra of wisdom. There's no wisdom, it's all about greed for knowledge. So that's why my ultimate looks like a tentacly
Hope you're not keeping score.
thing. Okay. I think I zoned too quickly. It looks like he's on the other side. Oh, come on. Oh, let's see. Man named... Okay. Alright. He is on the other side, I just didn't have it. I didn't see him.
Look around us, Tamid. I would not have you miss the beauty of this place.
I love this guy. Zareth, you're the best. I'm hopeful that I can level up my soul magic on the back bar passively. With him not being mad at me. Where did he go? Where is the card? What the hell is going on here? Says he's below? Okay, now I see him. He's in the back of the cavern. And then it disappeared. Alright, sometimes the markers are janky. Whoop. So.
Potency, aspect, or essence? Good find.
I love him. Okay.
This is the part where I trust you.
What are you talking about?
I'll kill the goblins in the scaffolding in the next room. You grab the gem. It's in a chest on the floor. There's a passage on the far side. Take that and meet me outside. If something goes wrong, regroup at the inn in town.
Okie dokie. Okay. I think the quest and dungeon design here is pretty good. So for someone like me, it's pretty, and the combat is challenging while the navigation isn't endless frustration. I mean, it isn't challenging right now, but if you put me in the Infinite Archive, I will be challenged. There's some pipes, Dwemer pipes.
Over here. I have a question for you.
A fine ore, Tamit.
What were you doing in the mine? And did you see a scummy Breton up there?
What's his name?
Yakarn. He's a liar and a thief. He stole a gem from headman Bosek. Now, if the gem came back, Bosek might let him live. Can you help me, or not?
Sorry, haven't
Now
seen him.
that's just too bad. If you do run into him again, tell him that if we catch him, he's dead.
Ah!
I'm supposed to kill King Demog. Oh. Let's go back in the mine. Kill the king. Oh, he might be outside. Are you outside, my friend? My very brief friend. My very brief, not live very long friend. Yep. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to take my turn killing him. He's already dead. It's nice to see people are still playing.
Cannot be stopped!
Yeah, see, that's a very Hermes Mora looking thingy. Well, that's disturbing. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna run over here for area of interest in Goblin Mark. This is a pretty small zone. It's probably about a fifth of a regular zone.
Good find, Tamid.
Hello? Okay. Nothing to do with us. Okay, now that I'm here, I'm going to try to see if there are any archaeology leads here. If I can remember how. Okay. Scryable, current zone. Alright, I can scry. This is all the stuff that I can't scry for. This, I can. So, select it. Scry. 1, 2, 3. The question is, what's the best path? Looks like over here is easiest. Okay, so it'll give me 2 locations. I wasn't able to really, I didn't have enough skill to see all of it. So, where is it? Okay, we'll make the rounds and I'll run over here and check, and then I'll run down here and check. So the lowest level stuff, and you can see it shows up on my compass. The lowest level stuff, is usually just stuff you sell. I'll try to find Mark's special brew. Hello?
Silence. At last.
Okay, so you see I got an antiquity lead. So now I can do something a little bit bigger. Something blue. Ooh, it's very exciting.
Too many of them.
But I may not be able to do it because I'm still in green territory. Goblin Mark.
Go away.
Mark, I found your special brew.
Brew. Yes. Where did you get it? That smell. Wait. Where am I? What am I wearing?
You're in a goblin camp, acting like a goblin.
I remember now. Too much root pulp. Less kick, more crazy. Grubby was right. I'm out of my gourd. Things are starting to make sense again.
So you'll head back to town?
I'm not spending another minute in this camp. Thank you, friend.
Okay. Run back to Grubby. I bet he was taking off his clothes because he's like, I'm never going back. Just like Goblin Jim.
Where's Mark? Did he listen to you?
I gave him Marcus brew and he left the Goblin
You gave
camp.
him... Damn! He ran off to drink it all himself, didn't he? I have to get back to town. Take this and thank you, friend. That fool better have saved some for me.
You drunken guys. Okay. Run up to this point of interest. Some of them, if it has an eye, it really is just a point of interest, a place you go to look at it. Now, there's a zone guide. Let me show you. Yeah, looks like that was full. Okay. So, the beam me up usually is here, but you can also switch to swap to zone guide. So you can see I've done 2 out of the main quest, 2 out of the 5 main quest points. I've discovered the 3 way shrines. I've been to 1 of the points of interest. I have discovered striking locales, 1 out of 3, 2 out of the 3 sky shards, and Stros M'kai library books. So I can also open up the zone guide, and it'll give even more information. Continue to zone story, and it'll tell me the next place that I should go. So it's a very, very helpful system. The game can always tell you what would be a good thing to do next. So I tend to clear... Whoa, oh my god, Rash Merchant's Plummet. I see how. Oh, that was me discovering. Okay, so that happened. Okay, I am here. I think I'm just gonna swim around to the now if you stick to shore, you're usually not gonna die. Usually. I love that I don't fall off my horse. It's so cool. Okay, so I am in the spot.
Get ready.
Alright, I am in the spot where I can do some archaeology. Okay, the eye is telling me it's this way. And there it is. Okay, here's a dig site. Now, the starter dig sites are pretty shallow. Later on, you get like traps and explosives and 7 layers down. Right now, it's going to be fairly easy. Okay, green is where something definitely is. I'm going to dig down straight there and see what the shape of it is. Follow the edge. So you're usually only out of luck if you fail to find the green spot, which is entirely possible. But this is only about 2 or 3 down. Later on you get like 6 down, multiple abilities to cover and open whole new areas. Okay, I found a Hunding sextant. I have a new lead for a goblin steam mill. I got 107 gold. It says the antiquity will be sent to the guild for study overnight. And it basically gives you the correspondence. You see the turn dark and come back up. She's looked at it. Urgron Grothamog. Frandar Hunding was a master navigator. He'd have to be to guide a fleet the size of the first Regatta to undiscovered lands without losing any ships. It may bear his name in honor of his legacy, even if he had nothing to do with its creation.
I had not thought such a thing capable of weathering the ravages of time.
Oh, Zarethvar likes archaeology too. I love you, man. You're awesome. Okay, so now you see my map is cleared. There is There are no more leads, and I bet you I can't scry the green one, but let me check. So yeah, I would need to have an intermediate ability. So I could bring out someone higher to do this, and the lead will last for 180 days. It used to be like a week or something. They must have bumped it up because nobody wants to do this stuff straight. And so I can only do greens. That's how it works out in the world. I do like it, but I have a tendency to overdo and burn out on stuff, so I will do archaeology all day long sometimes. Or I did. Okay.
That old fool won't find me here. Time for a nap.
Oh, that voice is Gideon Emery, who did the voice of Balthier in Final Fantasy, and also did the voice of Fenris in Dragon Age 2. You can find his voice here and there throughout Bethesda stuff, but he doesn't tend to do main characters.
Whatever it is, I didn't do it.
What are you doing out here?
Who knows? Naramo, I guess, but not me. I'm only here on Bosek's orders, to make sure the elf does his job. I never agreed to dig around in the sand for mad dwarf toys.
What if I wanted to help?
Be my guest. Go talk to Naramo. I'm sure he'll be delighted to offload more of his task onto someone else.
I'll find him. I think Naramo is a recurring character. Okay.
What am I going to do? Mother's gonna kill me. Mother said this would happen. I can't do anything right.
What's the
Mother
matter?
sent me here to kill some big monster, but I don't think I can do it. Well,
Why not?
I hate violence, and I'm kind of forgetful. All I really want to do is make weapons, not hit things with them. But I promised Mother I'd try. Will you help me? I seem to have misplaced my sword.
Sure, where'd you last see it?
I had an awful battle with some monsters over this way. Go on without me. I have to do something over here.
Okay, sweetheart. I'll help. Oh, it's a dwarven sphere. Ooh. Oh no, it's a boat. Oh well. Sorry. Really weird angle. Forgive me.
Just seeing my father's old sword fills me with courage. I can do this, I think.
What are you doing over there?
I was, preparing the bait. The beast won't come out of the water without this. At least, that's what Mother said.
Well, here's your sword. What's
Now
next?
we lure out the monster and kill it. Easy, right? I sure hope this proves my courage to Mother.
I'm ready.
Well, here we go. Please stay close. Careful now. Those mud crabs are tough. There it is. Good luck.
I thought that was a rock. Bravely done, Tamid.
Okay. Alright. Look, not everybody is cut out to be a warrior. It's okay. Hey, honey, it's okay.
Did you see how big that thing was? And those teeth?
I'm glad you made
You
it out.
found my sword. Thank you. I want to be a warrior and make Mother proud, but I also love smithing. What do you think? Should I become a warrior or a smith?
You're not cut out for warfare. Follow your passion and make weapons.
You said it. I'm not fighting anymore. I'll make weapons for others. Mother will just have to get used to it. Thanks for everything. Well, I'm done here. Come see me in Port Hunding.
Alright. Okay, looks like we can bring the bracelet to Teresa here. Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Fewer people staring at me than I anticipated. What a strange time you live in.
Keep moving. I'm in no mood to chat.
I found this note and bracelet. Were they your brothers?
I knew that goblin spawn would put a dagger in our backs. Siraj never could pass up a pretty face. This bracelet was given to my ancestors by King Sahel. Siraj always wore it. Take this in thanks. Uptka guide you.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and speak to Jakarn. Have to go here. Okay. More main quest right here.
Good to see you back in one piece.
This waiting rots.
Hey, the captain's looking for you.
What's going
Thanks
on?
to your work, we can go ahead with the heist. We've even got a few extra sailors clamoring to join our crew. You should talk to the captain upstairs.
I'll go speak with her. Okay.
There's always more to do.
Did you do it? Did you kill the Goblin King?
Yes, here's the
By
crown.
Kain, you did it. I've been expecting them to attack the town any minute. Bosek tossed me out when I tried to warn him. Said he'd have my head if I didn't shut up. He'll never know you saved his town for him. If it's not goblins, it'll be something else tomorrow. I swear this town is cursed.
I think that's Steve Bloom too. Doing a Slavic accent. Why aren't you in the
They
tavern?
kicked me out. They heard Bosek threatened me. They don't want to risk his fists storming in to arrest me.
Okay.
If you're looking for that bastard Jakarn, he's at the tavern with the Red Guard girl.
What
I
happened?
overheard him telling a Redguard girl he'd whisk her off to Sentinel, that he was a ship captain. She swooned like a fool, like I did. I'd tell the headman where he's hiding if I didn't hate the headman more. I need off this island.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'd say men are bad, but women are bad too. Humans are just bad. I'm sorry. You have to be not drunk when you make decisions.
Hey there. Glad to see you made it out.
Here's the gem
Hey
you
now,
stole.
the headman stole it first. And you brought it back to me, didn't you? Thanks, good looking.
You owe me for freeing you, and Captain Kayleen needs your help.
Seeing as it's you asking, sure. If she's planning a job, I'm in. All I ask is a trip off this rock after it's over.
The king
You!
made her.
Hey, you!
You
Hey
don't
there.
know
Need any help?
nothing.
Do too. You drunk.
In the morning, I'll be sober, but you'll still be stupid.
Still
Ha! You won't be sober in the morning.
Nicolene.
I didn't think I'd ever find you. You move around.
Can I help
I'm
you?
Nicolene. I work for Captain Colleen. She sent me to find you, see if you'd had any luck recruiting for our heist. Looks like you're already making new friends.
You could say
And listen,
that.
just so you know, we're set up in a hideout near the docks. Come find us when you finish recruiting. Look for Lambour outside the door.
I'll find you when I'm ready to leave. Okay. That's a pretty good jaunt in Stros M'kai. You see the clearing up the island here a little bit. I am going to see if I can quickly check out my settings, because I want to... Okay, harvest map. No. Filters, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna turn off fishing. I was on a fishing kick before I left. That was one of the reasons why I got, what is that? Okay, I'm gonna turn off treasure chests. Sharp as night gives a fishing bonus. And I was doing some, a lot of fishing content. A lot of deeply annoying fishing content, really. It looks like I've turned off fishing spots, but might be in something else. Fisherman. Okay, yeah, this is the fisherman achievements, which I was working on. So that's why those were set to that. My map should refresh to where I don't see the fishing spots and the chests.
I will stay close to you, Tamit. I do not wish to lose my way.
Yep, there we go. Okay. All right. Okay, so we cleared a lot of the top of the island, and next time we come back, we'll work on the bottom of the island. Now,
Come see for yourself.
we'll do another Scalarium quest. After an eventful patrol into the ancient ruin, Voterinalia and I have uncovered a mystic library and a forgotten form of magic. So, I need to go to Oridon, Standing Stone of the Lady. Don't remember exactly where that is. So, Oridon is in the Aldmeri Dominion. I have a house right here, and we'll run up north.
help a high elf out?
I'm sorry, that's a companion on the side of the road, and I'm gonna have to leave her there. I will be collecting companions other than Zarethar in their zones when we get there. I'm gonna mostly hang out with him, but when he hits 20 and is completely filled in, we'll probably pull up another one.
Here we are, where the fabled chase began. Ah, what a flight! I almost didn't want to land. But, to business. The luminaries are beings of great power. Each has a domain they have shaped to their choosing. Each domain has a door, and each door, of course, has a key.
Where can I find this key?
As I said in the library, let the fable be your guide. We are here at the Lady, the first annotated location in the fable. Just as you did back at the Scalarium, peer through the true sight lens within a focal point.
What am I looking
Magic
for?
wards left behind by the Indrik. A trio of these wards hide a fragment of his key. Once revealed, these wards can be dispelled from a distance. Clear them all, and the key fragment will be revealed. Don't worry, I'll help you find it.
Only a fragment of the key?
If the luminaries share one trait, it's a love of a challenge overcome. Yes, you'll need to gather 3 key fragments to open the Indrik's door. Let's begin. And remember, if you lose your sight, there will always be more focal points at hand.
Alright, I'll use the lens and find the Indrik's wards.
Peer through the lens, reveal the wards, and claim the key fragment. This may seem a small step, but an incredible path waits before you.
Do all the luminaries have fables like this?
Indeed. Ulfsild gathered hundreds of tomes in her search for these tales. A small handful of her annotated volumes will be needed to find the luminaries. Beyond the Indrik, you will seek them out in whatever order you choose.
Why am I starting with the Indrik?
Ulfsild felt a kinship with him. He was the first of the luminaries to ally with the Archmage, and the first to commit his power to the altar. If any of these unorthodox beings are still loyal to Ulfsild, I felt he would be the one.
Why are the luminary keys hidden like this?
I'm not sure I can give you a simple answer to that question. Perhaps some of the luminaries can give you their perspective. My best guess? When you see magic the way they do, your taste for the company of mortal mages might sour.
So, mages annoy them?
That ruffles the feathers more than I intended. Think of it this way. Your average archmage is just a neophyte compared to the luminaries. I think these hidden keys are a way to dissuade, let's call them, casual questions.
Okay.
The lens shows you magic the way Ulfsild saw it. Shades of how the luminaries see it.
So,
Now, find the wards.
see one over here. So, dispel the ward.
Find 2 more
Second.
wards to reveal the fragment. Your vision has faded once more. Find another focal point. Peer through the lens and break the wards to find the key fragment. The wards are gone, and the fragment revealed. The first key fragment is yours. Well done.
So, yeah, here's the stone for the lady in this realm. I'm not going to use it. I'll just show you how to fish. It's very simple. I should have bait because I've been gathering, which means, well, and I also have bait in the bank, I believe. So, fish. So, mostly you need bait in your inventory. And And then when you see it, well, you also see a big purple hook. That's a good thing. Okay, so I got a spade tail. It is now telling me that this lake fishing hole gives spade tail. That's pretty much it. You can change, you know, if I had a different type of bait. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I do. Yeah, I've got a ton in the bank. So fishing can get very complicated. You have certain bait. There's even food for fishing to give you higher chances. There's a follower for fishing. There is rarity in fishing. There's achievements in fishing. So, yeah. And one of the guilds, several of the guilds that I used to be in, used to have like just fishing parties. Everybody went out fishing, and then you would get a particular thing, I think called Perfect Row, R-O-E. Not like row your boat. Perfect Row, like eggs. And it sold for a ridiculous amount. And that's how the guild made a lot of money.
You've taken to this well. Your early steps to master scribing. But from here I must take my leave. Return to the Scalarium. Ulfsild, I believe, wanted her inheritor to walk this path alone.
Alright, I just need to find the other two key fragments, right?
Just as you did here, use the fable to find your way. Dispel the wards, and with key in hand, you should be able to open the door. And meet the luminary Indrik face to face.
What then?
He will likely ask you to prove yourself worthy of his power. I have a good feeling about you, interloper. Altar breaker. I have faith you can do it. Magnus guide you on your journey, and I'll see you back at the Scalarium.
See you there?
Just remember, you can always reference the Fable of the Indrik from your bag. Ulfsild's annotations will guide you on your journey. Find the wards, obtain the fragments, and soon you shall meet your first luminary of magic.
Can you remind me where the other key fragments are here in Auridon?
Just remember, in your quest to meet other luminaries, I will not be around to act as a guide. The next set of wards lie within the ruins of Omdil. The third are on the eastern island of Buranim. Ulfsild's annotations make that clear.
And the door to the Indrik's domain?
It lies on an island off the southwest coast of Auridon, atop a rise that now features a lighthouse beacon. You'll find it, interloper, just as Ulfsild did, all those years ago.
Alright, so I'm going to do this content the same way that I'm doing Tales of Tribute. Each quest has 3 sections, so every day I'll just go scribe another piece. It does last for a while, so, and I don't really have the spell points to use it. Essentially, as I said, if you slot anything from spell making, even though they're powerful, you're not going to level anything up in a class. Okay. Alright, Guildmaster of the Fighter Guild wants me to perform a task for her. I'm supposed to meet with Merrick and Ilif, top lieutenants of the Fighters Guild. They're investigating a cold harbor area near the city. Okay, so this is back in, Glenumbra, Daggerfall Covenant. Port to my house. Actually, I'm gonna go inside. I like this one. It's a pretty little house. So it's much easier to decorate a place that's 1 or 2 rooms like this. Oh, nice. Nice fire and dining table and everything. When you get into places that have, 50 rooms, it's insanely expensive. So I really like this house. This tends to be one of my favorite themes. You have Redguard rugs and Redguard tables and chairs and a bunch of candles that are, you know, glowing through plants. And Lalu lanterns. And books. So many books. A little chair by the fire. Chairs by the fire, sweet roll. To read a book, drink some wine. Even though I don't like wine. Drink some... I don't know. They don't have soda. Drink some juice. I really enjoyed spending a lot of time doing decorating. It's something you can only do once you get relatively rich enough to spend a lot of money, because the rare materials that you use to make the really good stuff are ridiculously expensive. I know that because I sell a lot of it now, and I make ridiculous amounts of money, which is why I have millions. Okay. So this is Fighters Guild.
Thanks, Stendar. You're with the guild?
Sees All Colors sent me. Are you alright?
If the divines will it. The worms caught us off guard, but we made them pay in blood. Did Colors brief you on our contract? What we seek?
Yes, you thought a Daedric anchor might drop here.
As you say. There won't be an anchor here anytime soon, thanks to the two of us. I should be moving. We had word of another cell north of here, near Aldcroft.
Where do you want me?
Here, if you please. Aleph, stay with our new friend. You two search these bodies, see if you can find anything of note. A pleasure meeting you, oh my comrade.
And you, Merrick. So, I just hate that this Twilight, the Winged Twilights, is way too wingy all the time. Everything is interrupted by her going, and her wings. I mean, come on. She's awesome, though. She has supported everything else. Should be respectful, but man, we could make her look prettier.
Your meddling scum. The Redguard's soul will fuel the Mortum Vivicus. Nothing you can do can stop it!
Dark Moons! What was that? That vision. A Dremora woman talking about Merrick. Why would she want my hapless companion?
Who was that?
Aleph has no idea. Whoever she is no friend to the guild or Merrick.
She's after his soul, she said.
It would seem so. This one cannot imagine the value of such a thing. Too shiny and dripping with pride. Just the same, we must warn him, and the guild. Aleph will go after Merrick. Return to Seize All Colors. Tell her what you have seen. Go.
I'm on it.
Return to Daggerfall quick as you can, comrade. Seize All Colors must know. Yeah.
Back so soon, comrade?
Merrick and Aleph stopped the cultists, but a projection appeared to us, a Dremora woman.
A vision of a Dremora. This clouds the waters. The forces of Molag Bal must know more than we realized. What did she say?
She spoke about a Mortum Vivicus? I don't know what that is.
Nor do I, comrade. Interesting. Did she say anything else?
She said she'd take a Redguard's soul. She's going after Merrick.
Merrick, this drives my scales. Recruit, you must get to them. Aleph and Merrick are competent, but the Daedra are not to be trusted. Find them near Aldcroft. I will rally our forces here and investigate this Vivicus, whatever it is.
Will do, Guildmaster. Okay.
With haste.
Okay, Aldcroft is here. And we'll run out there. The perma-sprint is very nice for speed. I'm gonna get even faster. Yeah. Sorry. Ah, okay. Main quest in the zone. Yes.
Be ready for anything.
We did what we had to.
Uras Ilyana.
Please, we're dealing with serious matters here. The Guardians are in desperate need of our aid, and any interruption can have dire consequences.
Who are the Guardians?
They're elemental spirits. They used to guide us, but now, nothing. And just when we need them the most. There's an old rite to contact them that might work, but it's too dangerous for me or my sisters to perform.
Perhaps I can perform the rite.
I don't know. You're not one of us. But we have to try something, I suppose. See the lurchers out there. Gather their limbs. That's the dangerous part. Then burn the limbs at the altar atop the nearby ruins. If it works, a guardian should appear.
I'll perform the ritual.
If you're able to speak to the elemental spirit, find me at the Vale of the Guardians. It's north of this location. I'll wait for you there. And please hurry. We need the wisdom and guidance of the Guardians now more than ever.
Tell me more about the Guardians.
If you must know, the Guardians are the Elnufei. They've been a part of the land since the dawn of Tamriel. The Guardians have been with us since we first found the Weird Tree. They protect the land and guide us in our duties.
What's a lurcher?
They are abominations of the Bloodthorns. The Lurchers were Spriggans once, until the cultists twisted and corrupted them. That's what the Bloodthorns do. We must stop them.
You're tired of walking? Ha! Very well.
We need a way to root out the bandits.
We need to do something.
Welcome to the fight, comrade. Claws out, and watch yourself.
Fools! You cannot stand against the might of Molag Bal!
I will watch over you.
Cease your meddling, mortal. The Master has plans for the Red Guard.
You know, I don't like these guys. I just have a weird feeling.
We're not done with these yet.
Merrick ran off after some other Daedra. Get after him. Don't let her take him.
Zithrabar.
From the sides!
Let this be quick. Now, give them... Wait, Doctor, wait. I am glad to see it done, and with such finesse.
Merrick, comrade, what happened? Where did you go? Dosha, that such a weakling could take one such as Merrick.
Where did they go?
How would Aleph know? She was behind you.
Perhaps we wait for Caesar Colors? She said she'd rally the guild.
Oh yes, Colors, the heroic guildmaster. We don't need to wait for Colors. You and Aleph are more than smart enough to figure this out. Here, give those items you found on the cultists.
Who was that woman who kidnapped Merrick?
You didn't recognize the Tremora from her projection? I think her name is Dosha. Quite full of herself, actually. This note mentions an island tower. Aleph wonders if it speaks of Dowerstone.
Dowerstone?
Dowerstone Vault. An old imperial tower on an island off the coast. Go seek Merrick there. Aleph will find our heroic guildmaster and get additional blades.
I'll find him.
May good fortune stalk your steps, comrade.
What'd you think about the other objects I found?
Which do you mean? The gear or the relic?
Tell me about the gear.
Ancient, Dwemer. Worn in places, this piece was used in one of their constructs. Smells fresh in some ways. Has been away from any ruins for a while. Shame. Might have been able to learn something more.
And the relic?
Crude construction, shaped by small fingers. Female Breton. Perhaps wood elf, colored from clay. This region, so more likely Breton. Smells burnt of cinders, shaped near a wood fire stove or kiln.
What's your story, Aleph?
Aleph makes her way as she can, helps the guild as she can. Just a humble Khajiit, originally from the city of Dune. This one is of little importance.
Weiris's, the Name Daughters. Attributed to Glenumbra, the Speaking Oak. In Elven time, Geoffrey did come, a naming of creatures where'er he did run. As all was chaotic, and names were unknown, his gift was a name for each beast, plant, and stone. Then all knew their places except men and mare, who plundered and ravaged wherever they were. I name you the earth bones, Geoffrey decreed, lord of the forest, rock, root, and seed. This heritage nurture, henceforth be its guards, and designate worthies to act as its wards. Thereafter did weird women watch o'er the green, from tundra to forest, from peak to ravine, reminding all creatures, be it tiger or worm, of their name and their nature, their function and form. Would-be corruptors who canker the green, shall face weariest warding wherever they're seen. So tread woods with caution, respect Geoffrey's way, lest weird women watching abduct you away. So Geoffrey is Ifri, elven deity. So by Skyrim, it's Y''FFRE.
Comrade, to me. Comrade!
Who are you?
I am Jofnir Iceblade, former master of the Fighters Guild. Don't interrupt, I cannot speak long. Dosha has taken Merrick beneath the island into the vault. She trains his soul for her master's dark plans.
Why are you here?
I can't say. My time grows short. Save Merrick, stop the Daedra. We're the followers of Molag Bal.
More Stephen Booth. Okay.
A pure soul, Dosha. Don't fail me.
More Molag Bal, Malcolm McDowell.
Twin moons!
You're too late, mortal! His soul will fuel the mortal vivic. I will consume you as well!
Let us fight! You have failed me, Dosha.
Hey,
Stand on
I'm
my
improving.
head!
I remember her kicking my ass quite a lot. I'm going to read this in case he, ports us out of here. Notes on the Mortuum Vivicus. Since the Dark Master's plot was revealed to me, I have attempted to learn more of the weapon he holds so dear. According to historical records, the Mortuum Vivicus was a gift from our Lord and Master to the unworthy king of a long-forgotten city. The unworthy servants stood on the verge of greatness. To their great loss and eternal shame, the fools were unable to accomplish the simple tasks our Master set before them, and he withdrew the Vivicus from Tamriel. It was lost to the faithful. If the Master's plan comes to fruition, if enough souls can be gathered to his side, the servants of the Lord of Lies would be more powerful than any mere king or queen. Truly, Tamriel would burn in the Master's fire.
She almost had me. Thank you, comrade.
Are you all right?
Just need a moment to recover. If you hadn't come along... I'll be fine. Stendarr willing.
What was she yelling about wanting your soul?
I heard her communing with the Lord of Lies. Molag Bal is harvesting souls for some dark plot. He's especially interested in the souls of the faithful.
What now?
Comrade, grab that book and her notes on the table. I saw her scribbling after speaking to her master. We may be able to learn more about this plot. Learn what this Mortum Vivicus is. Grab them, then let's get out of here.
Doshia's journal. Merson Elichon, Wartagon Blade. Okay, it's in code. Or Daedric. Okay.
You are the sun on my scales, comrade. You've returned Merrick to us.
He was captured by a necromancer, a follower of Molag Bal.
Molag Bal. May he burn in the glare of 1,000 suns. It's just like him to send an assassin to kill a noble warrior. That's a coward's weapon.
She wanted him for something called the Mortum Vivicus? We found this journal and some notes.
Sooth, the Mortum... what? And I can't make tails or scales of these scribblings. No matter. It's going to take time to decipher this scroll, but we'll put our best scribe on it.
Is there anything else I can do?
You've done a great service for the Guild today, comrade. I look forward to drawing steel with you in the future. If we learn anything from the journal, I'll make sure you hear about it. I'll look for you down the river, comrade. You'll hear from us once we've decoded the journal.
May I ask you a few questions, Guildmaster?
Of course. After-action report, yes? Wise choice.
I saw a ghost here on the island. He claimed to be the last Guildmaster.
Yafnir? His passage down the river called me to this post. What did he say?
He told me where Merrick was. He seemed rushed.
Interesting. I'll get in touch with some of our sisters in the Mages Guild. See if they can investigate this apparition. I try to avoid the Walking Dead, when I can.
How long do you think it will take to decipher this journal?
Not long. Aleph told me you found some trinkets with the cultists. Between those baubles and the notes you found, hopefully we'll have a start for the translation effort.
Okay. Well, let's do a main quest. Piece of the main quest. I'm gonna see if I can pick up a waystone up here. And then we should be able to port to the harborage from there. Okay, so see, now there is a book on the table. Chronicles of the Five Companions 1. My name is Lyris of Skyrim, called Titanborn by some. I'm committing these words to paper on behalf of my friend and ally, a man history will remember only as the Prophet. It was through his profound insight and his study of the Elder Scrolls that we came to understand the dire nature of the threat that now endangers all of Tamriel. Let it be known by those who read these words that the Soul Burst, the event that took place in the 579th year of the Second Era, was due to the treachery of a single elf, the Altmeri necromancer Manimarco, the King of Worms, and the servant of the most vile of all Daedric princes, the god of schemes and lord of brutality, Molag Bal. In years past, Manimarco served as chief advisor to the court of Emperor Varen Aquilarios. Originally a Duke of Coral, Varen became Emperor of Tamriel by right of conquest. With Manimarco's counsel, Varen led a revolt against the previous dynasty, a savage regime of Reachmen known as the Longhouse Emperors. Yet, despite his conquest and victory, Varen was not to be a true emperor. Like the former emperor Leovic, the blood of the dragon didn't flow through Varen's veins. He was unable to light the dragon fires in the Temple of the One, as a true emperor must by tradition. The dragon fires have remained unlit for generations. This is because the Amulet of Kings, a relic of the divines gifted unto Saint Alessia by Akatosh, was lost in the centuries following the fall of the Reman dynasty. Only this relic, traditionally worn by imperial emperors of the First Era, would allow a true-blooded ruler to spark the dragon fires anew. At Manimarco's urging, Varen formed a group of companions to join him on an epic quest to locate this relic. These companions included myself, the Red Guard Swordmaster Sai Sahan, Grand Chancellor Abner Tharn, and Manimarco himself. For years we scoured the face of Tamriel, following countless leads until we finally managed to locate it. When we returned to the Imperial City, Manimarco played upon Varen's insecurities and convinced him that the coronation ritual, properly modified, could not only light the dragon fires, but persuade Akatosh to invest him with divine agency and gift him with the blood of the dragon. It was only after the coronation ritual was attempted that we learned the extent of Manimarco's deception. The King of Worms used his magic to corrupt the power of the amulet, causing the calamity which came to be known as the Soul Burst. I remember very little of the actual event, only that the chaos that followed was immediate and devastating. Varen was consumed by the fiery wrath of the Soul Burst. Sai Sahan and I were unjustly implicated in his death, made all the more suspicious because Sai fled as soon as he recovered, taking the Amulet of Kings with him. Grand Chancellor Tharn was an opportunist and immediately cast his lot with Manimarco. The Prophet's story is one of mystery. He appeared one day in the steps of an abbey of the Moth Priests in Cyrodiil. They took him in and fed him, thinking he was nothing more than a vagabond. They were shocked when they found him in the libraries that night, poring over the eldritch etchings of an Elder Scroll. Only the Moth Priests themselves had the ability to read the scrolls, and they saw his arrival as a prophetic sign from the divines, as they do all who read them. As they do to all who read them, the Elder Scrolls eventually took the Prophet's eyesight, leaving him permanently blinded. And yet he continued to study them in his mind's eye, and eventually foresaw the great and terrible threat that we are now faced with. Word of his prophecy spread far and wide, eventually reaching the Imperial City and the ears of Manimarco. The King of Worms immediately arrested the Prophet for rumor-mongering and treason, and had the abbey and all of its contents burned to the ground. The catastrophe that the Prophet predicted began to take shape almost immediately. Vast swaths of the Empire were consumed by Daedric fire, and the first dark anchors fell upon the land. Molag Bal's invasion of our world has begun, made possible by Manimarco's betrayal. Ah, Lyris is playing the lute. Lyris. Nudis.
Good, you are safe. Good fortune did not abandon us entirely.
Is something wrong, Prophet?
Despite many days of meditating and scrying, Sai Sahan's whereabouts still elude me. The projection that you witnessed in the Foundry of Woe showed him to be in great peril. If we are to find him, I will need your help, Vestige.
What can I do to help?
Though Sai remains hidden from my sight, Lyris brings news that an agent of the enemy lurks in Daggerfall. Fear is on the lips of the people. Darkness walks among them. Even a blind man can sense it. It is the hand of Manamako.
How can that help us?
If it is truly an agent of Manamako's worm cult, it may provide us with a clue that will hasten our search. Seek this agent, but tread carefully. The worm cult is a cult of necromancy, and the undead are fearsome opponents.
How can I find this agent?
Venture to Daggerfall. Speak to Old Maid Maxell and Husnia the mercenary. It was on their lips that Lyris first heard murmurs of trouble lurking in the shadows. Locate this agent of evil. Return with any personal effects they carry with them.
I'll find something in return.
I think I read about this place in a book from my time. It is quite different from what I recall. Perhaps I misremember. Pay me no mind.
Not much longer now.
You're new to Daggerfall, aren't you? I know everyone in town.
Have you noticed any other strangers in the city?
I don't like to gossip, but there's been an Imperial vagrant nosing around for the past few weeks. Suspicious-looking fellow. I actually saw him picking through the trash outside the castle a few weeks ago. I've no idea where he is now.
You're obviously as observant as you are beautiful. Is there anything else you can tell me? Oh, I didn't get the persuasion perk. Okay. Yeah, it's Mage's Guild, and there's Persuade from Mage's Guild and Intimidate. So, it's probably not massively important. But let me see if I can buy it now. Okay, skills, world, no, guild. Fighter's Guild is Intimidate, Mage's Guild, okay, Persuasive Will. Allows you to persuade NPCs in conversation.
You're new to Daggerfall, aren't you? I don't like to gossip.
So I'll try to
but
persuade.
There's been an Imperial... Oh, you're too kind. You make me blush. Come to think of it, I did see him a few days later on the south side of town. He was with another man, very thin and pale, almost sickly. Does that help?
There is an urgent task for you. Comrade, I have an urgent message for you.
What is it?
Guildmaster Sees All Colors would like to see you as soon as possible. She said the journal has revealed something about the Vivicis, whatever that is. She awaits you at the guild hall.
Where can I find her?
You can find her in the hall in Wayrest, comrade. May the Eight protect you.
Did she say what's happening?
No idea. Word around the hall is that she's been working day and night on some mysterious project. I've even seen some Mage's Guild scribes wandering around the place. Strange.
Okay, so Wayrest. We will head there next time. It's time to do some Fighters Guild stuff.
No, that's not the way I heard it. It's werewolves. They've taken over the city. Duke Sebastian must have angered the Daedric Prince Hircine himself.
Not that much to ask.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can find a book in here. There we go. Seeking tenant. Okay, we already have a room here. Are you an adventurer of good reputation? Have low to moderate homicidal tendencies? Looking for a cozy home to call your own, but too low on funds to afford one? How would you like a free in-room? That's right, completely free, no catch. Just seek out Philanda de Mari at your local inn for more information about this exciting ownership opportunity. Alright.
I'm busy. Can't you see I'm drinking here?
Captain Harrison sent me.
And? Why are we talking?
Roy uncovered an assassination plot.
By Malakath. Roy stepped on a nest of snakes this time. One of the vipers is upstairs. He might know something. I'd confront him, but he knows me. Maybe a stranger like you can get him to talk.
I can do that.
Eager. Reminds me of Roy. Go upstairs. Find Levesque and rattle his teeth, but don't kill him. We may need him later. Just don't mention me. I'm not an agent of the Crown. I'm just an orc enjoying her ale.
I'll do what I can. Okay.
Who's this now? I bet you've got a wild tale or two to share.
I was hoping you'd have a tale for me. About a stranger in town?
Present company excluded? Well, there was a dodgy-looking Imperial hanging out in a doorway near Southgate Alley this morning. He was eyeballing everyone who happened by. Seemed like a cutpurse looking for an easy mark, if you ask me.
Okay, so I can't intimidate. I'll have to save a point for that. Isn't there anything else you could tell me?
Sorry, that's all I've got. I'd be willing to bet he's staying on the south side of town, though.
Okay, so I'm going to be unable to skip a discovery point. But we are still babies. Okay. Oh. Oh, that escalated quickly. Okay.
You don't think I had anything to do with that, do you?
I'm willing to overlook all this in exchange for some information.
Agreed. I'll tell you everything I know. Martine Lerineau hired me. He lives next door to the inn, in the large manor house. I'm a mason, you see. Martine wanted me to make him a map of the tunnels beneath Daggerfall.
What tunnels?
The secret ones that lead to the castle. But I don't know what he's planning, I swear. I just needed the gold. I've got my own troubles back in Wayrest.
Okay. There's supposed to be a book over here. I was promised a book. Alright. I don't see it. Aha! Book. Beware the Glenumbra Banks. By Garrick the Pilot. What's that? You want to know about the Glenumbra Banks? I thought everyone knew about those shifting sandbars off the northwest coast of High Rock. The narrow islets that make seafaring there so dangerous, close to shore. I myself have made a living for almost 30 years as a Daggerfall pilot, guiding merchant ships through the banks in and out of the city's north docks, and I'm well paid for the job, but the merchants don't complain. They see the rotting spars and twisted planks of the shipwrecks we pass as we wend our way through the channels. Those channels are treacherous and ever-changing. When we go out in early sun's dawn to meet the first ship coming into port after the winter storms, there are always numerous visible changes to the waterways, as well as invisible changes to their depths, which we must take care to map out by frequent use of the plumb line. But the fact is, we must be ever on the lookout for changes in the ranks, even changes in the banks, even in mid-year and sun's height. Now, how is it that sands shift the way they do, sometimes changing overnight, even when there's been no storm? The Herne Current runs far offshore, and in summer, the breeze the mariners call the Yokuden Zephyr blows steadily but gently from the west. And yet, the sands shift and the banks change. Well, stranger, I'll tell you the secret so long as you're buying the drinks tonight in the Rosy Line. It's Ithgulwar. Yes, you heard me right. The immortal Leviathan of the etheric ocean is no mere fable. Ithgulor lives and haunts the far depths of the sea, and sometimes the near shallows of the shore. He fills old channels in the banks and dredges new ones, and when a ship runs aground on the sands, he rises from the waters and dines on its sailors one by one. I suppose you're entitled to look skeptical about that, so long as you buy another round, that is. But listen, I'm not just spinning an old salt yarn. I've seen the thing. On nights when the moons are full and the sea is calm, you can sometimes glimpse the Leviathan's oily back heaving above the surface as the old monstrosity digs his devious traps. Occasionally, there's a geyser of steam mist, like when a whale blows, but then the breeze wafts ashore a demonic stench that smells like it's blown in from oblivion. So there, now you know. But let's just keep this between you and me and the tavern keeper's cat, shall we? The South Harbor's too shallow for the big merchantmen, and Daggerfall depends on her sea trade continuing to find its way into the North Docks. As do I. And sailors are such a superstitious lot, no point in scaring them away, eh?
Men of the North fought and stood forth,
Okay.
till all oppressors fell.
Donnellan Bakes. Whether you need a perfect pastry or a simple celebration or a colossal cake to acknowledge an awesome anniversary, you won't find a better collection of recipes than those scribed by yours truly, Chief Donnellan, the acclaimed wizard of whisking and veteran of baking. Veteran of baking challenges from High Rock to Morrowind. Every recipe's been handcrafted and personally tested in the most rigorous culinary conditions. For a truly epic cake, perfect for the most precious occasion, try Donnellan's Jubilee cake. Its many layers and towering presentation will awe your audience, while its moist texture creates a festival on your taste buds. Of course, no one can duplicate my recipe exactly, so if you want the ultimate experience, get me to bake one for you. The current waiting list is 3 years and 7 months, so plan accordingly for your special occasion. Or be lucky enough to acquire one of my Jubilee Cake vouchers. That will leap you to the head of the line. Okay, and then there's a recipe. Donnellan's Jubilee Cake. Ingredients: bananas, sliced, not smashed. Flour, sifted. Honey, from northern climes works best. Charmed mixing bowl, proprietary. Directions: add ingredients to a charmed mixing bowl. Whisk vigorously. Wait for ingredients to magically congeal into a cake with multiple tiers. Slice and enjoy with friends. If you don't happen to own a charmed mixing bowl, and I'm absolutely certain you don't, you'll either have to bake the ingredients the old-fashioned way or find me, so that I can prepare it for you. But see my earlier note regarding the waiting list for my much-in-demand services. I believe I have a Jubilee cake. Jubilee Cake 2019 and Jubilee Cake 2023. Yep. So I got two. Okay. Okay. We are going where? Where are we going? Okay. Chasing shadows, investigate Daggerfall. That is really generic. Ah. Okay.
The ship's new crew will work out, and if they don't, the captain will send them off to the old mutineers.
Dogma. They left us no choice.
How dare you trespass here!
Aldimian's journal. Strange request indeed. I was on my evening stroll, having a bite to eat in a back alley, when I noticed that the imperial neck I feasted upon bore a golden medallion. I recognized the trinket at once as a sigil of the cult of the Black Worm. While I considered this, I heard the dull thwack of a blunt object hitting flesh on bone, and my world went black. I awoke in a cave, bound to a chair, my head throbbing with bittersweet pain. A number of hooded cultists surrounded me, each with the unmistakable gleam of murder in their eyes. I quite liked them. One of the cultists seemed different than the others, and I recognized him as their leader almost immediately. He had a cold yet calm demeanor and seemed completely unafraid of me. He introduced himself as Abner Tharn. He was somewhat displeased that I had made my evening meal on one of his most loyal guards. Normally, he explained, I would have been discorporated for such an infraction, but he said he liked my style and my violent proclivities. He said he saw a lot of promise in me and would like to propose a mutually beneficial arrangement. If I agreed to join the worm cult, I could replace this agent. I would reside in a conveniently placed underground lair within the city limits, which would assure me a continuous stream of meals, along with a virtually unlimited supply of black soul gems. The agreement did sound promising, but just to play Daedra's advocate, I asked what my alternative might be. In answer, Tharn opened a portal to Cold Harbor right at my feet. A chair began to teeter, and the screams of the damned filled my ears. Lovely to listen to, but not something I wished to experience firsthand. Needless to say, I chose servitude. Now I while away my days guarding this wretched cavern while prowling the city streets after dusk. It's not a bad existence. In fact, I've even begun to take up the study of necromancy. At some point, perhaps Tharn will consent to teaching me the finer points himself. Time will tell. And I have all the time in the world, don't I?
What is the meaning of this interruption? Why have you contacted me? This is Abner Tharn. The Master and I are very busy. This had better be important. Wait a moment. I don't know your face. Identify yourself immediately.
Whom, me?
Yes, your report, you insipid twit. What, did you contact me by accident?
Forgive me, my lord, but I heard something that might be of interest to you.
Well, out with it. I don't have all day. Your disguise is terrible, by the way. You look like a character from a bad adventure novel.
Someone's been asking the locals about a red guard named Sai Sahan.
Are they? I didn't think that Redguard has-been had a single friend left. Not in this world, at any rate. Never fear. Sai Sahan is safely locked away. Even if they were to discover his location, attempting a rescue would be suicidal.
Do you know where he is?
Of course I do. But I'm not in the habit of revealing vital secrets to insipid lackeys. Now be gone. And if you contact me again without good reason, I shall contact your cell commander and have you properly thrashed for your ineptitude.
Thank you, my lord. Properly thrashed. Ooh.
You've returned. What have you found?
The cultists use orbs like this one to communicate. I spoke to Abner Tharn.
Abner Tharn shows his face again. I get the sense that he might have a larger part to play in the coming events, but for good or ill, I cannot say. Leave the orb with me. I shall be able to use it to locate Sai Sahan.
Good luck.
Hold a moment. Come here. We need to talk. I heard you and the Prophet talking about Abner Tharn.
Why do you dislike Tharn so much?
Didn't the Prophet tell you the story of the 5 companions?
He showed me a vision about them, but I'd like to hear your thoughts.
I don't know where to start. There's so much to tell.
Tell me about the 5 companions.
We were chosen by Emperor Varen to join him on a quest to recover a lost artifact called the Amulet of Kings. The 5 included Varen, myself, a Red Guard named Sai Sahan, Abner Tharn, and the traitor Manamarco.
Tell me more about Manamarco.
You only know him as the man who killed you and stole your soul. But back then, he was Emperor Varen's most trusted advisor. It was Manamarco who convinced Varen to search for the Amulet of Kings.
Why would Varen need the amulet?
Varen wasn't a true Dragonborn Emperor. He didn't share Alessia's bloodline. Manamarco said the amulet could change all that. He said he could use it to perform a ritual that would turn Varen into a true Dragonborn.
What happened next?
It took us more than 2 years, but we finally recovered the amulet and returned to Cyrodiil to perform the ritual. Manamarco set us up. The ritual caused a violent explosion of magical energy. We lost Varen. Sai Sahan and I were declared outlaws.
What then?
Manamarco convinced the Elder Council to recognize Abner Tharn's daughter Clivia as Empress Regent. But Manamarco was the true power behind the throne. Sai Sahan and I went into hiding. There was a bounty on our heads.
Tell me about Abner Tharn.
Abner Tharn is Grand Chancellor of the Elder Council, and Chief Advisor to his daughter, the Empress Regent. He is also Manamarco's toady.
Tharn didn't seem too happy working for the Worm Cult.
Tharn's first loyalty is to his family and the Empire, and he's a ruthless bastard when it comes to defending them. The Worm Cult obviously doesn't share those loyalties. Tharn would never trust them, but he's too much of a coward to betray them.
What if he got something out of it?
Maybe. But what could we offer him? He's already got more gold than the gods themselves. I know it's a lot to take in. We'll talk more later. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye on the Prophet. Hopefully that orb will help him find out where Sai Sahan is being held. Once we know that, we can plan our next move.
Okay, level 27, and that little point I am going to put right into intimidation. Fighters Guild. Intimidating presence. Okay. We're looking good. Okay, that should be it for now. Thank you for joining me and my ragtag flappy band. See you later.